Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily, Tuesday training. It's Des here, who's ready for that City Slickers solidarity session. That's coming up straight after this episode at 6:30. Your chance to get involved in the first offering of DOdaily activity for the week. Get involved with like-minded people, taking part in whatever you choose from wherever you're from, at the same time. For whatever reason, there's lots of reasons why it works, but for whatever reason, it just works. Knowing guys are out there, knowing people, your friends, like-minded people are doing the same sorts of things, it really helps sometimes. Just give you that extra little kick to get out the door. Tuesdays are all about getting something in, really enjoying it and making the most of all the things we enjoy. And if we can't do that on a day like today, when can we? Absolutely amazing. The weather's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning day. I was out yesterday really making the most of the weather, whilst the injury just niggles on, taking it really easy. I was out getting a few miles in and it was fantastic. Today it's even better. Whilst I was out yesterday around the river, there was a real buzz, a real sort of a real positive vibe about people being allowed to meet up. From what I saw, they was all doing it in within the regulations, within the rules set, so that's fantastic to see, isn't it? While some might complain, thinking it's too soon, these are the rules. People are allowed to do these things. We've got to let them do it. Like I say, from what I saw, it created a real vibe. I was just out there. You could see smiling faces, people enjoying being in their small groups, having a drink, playing football, doing whatever they needed to do. It was absolutely fantastic to see. And it's put a real sort of spring in my step, despite the frustrations of the injury. One or two things I mentioned yesterday. What I will just say, a couple of people sort of got in touch and said, don't be put off by what people say. Absolutely not. That wasn't the point I was trying to make. I'm just honest and realistic enough to know that people do criticise, but if you've watched any of this, you'll realise that that's not going to put me off. I'm so driven to keep going, and if anything, it just it makes me more determined. I'm definitely not put off by it, definitely not upset. In many ways, it does me a favour, it's a compliment. But like I say, that's just on that. But after that, and seeing what I saw last night, absolutely fantastic, and it's really put me in a good frame of mind again. Doesn't take much to get me there. I try to be positive every day, so the lengthening days, with the clock change, seeing those people, this amazing weather, what more do you need to get out there and make the most of a brilliant session that's done so much for so many? Of course, it was created to sort of see us through lockdown when we couldn't meet in person. What I'm looking to do beyond lockdown, beyond all the restrictions, is take this forward and create almost the biggest evening virtual activity session of the week for whoever wants to take part. And that's the absolute best part about it. People check in from all over. Whilst it's mainly based here from Nottingham, I keep encouraging people to invite their friends, invite their family who live in different parts of the world. And it does happen. It's a slow burner, can appreciate that, but it really does happen. And just seeing that, knowing you're part of something like that, is absolutely fantastic. It's definitely helped get me through. I've mentioned so many times how using this alongside things like Not Park Run by Running with Kay, has really got me back into great routines, great habits, and the reason I suggest it at the same time every week on a Tuesday is because, it's that routine, isn't it? Yesterday we spoke a lot about time. The most important thing when you're looking forward is to plan things in, prepare things in. So if we've got something we know we're going to do, we're not going to let anything put us off from it. Of course we have to sometimes. Emergencies will always get in the way, But if we're not going to be put off, and put our absolute most into it, that's fantastic, isn't it? It's just giving us that accountability to keep doing the things we enjoy and not being disturbed or distracted by the craziness that's going around us, by whatever else other people are doing. It just shows fantastic commitment and dedication. And what I want to do today, really, if you've not been inspired and motivated enough, is just offer 3 really, really simple tips on how we can get re-motivated. How we can get motivated if we're demotivated right now. And they are simple tips. It's just really straightforward stuff. The first thing I'd say is not to look too far ahead. I know from somebody who looks to train for certain events and get involved in different things, I'm thinking about 2, 3, 4 runs ahead. But when I'm not feeling fantastic, I've realised it's the best thing you can do is just almost forget about that a little bit. Be patient, and just think of your next run, walk, cycle, whatever you got to do. If it is a long run, and you are injured like myself, just consider walking, taking the pace off. It's really important just to take one day at a time when you're not feeling fantastic. Just like I was mentioning there, didn't feel great on Sunday through various different things, but another day happened, lots of positivity, and I felt absolutely fantastic for it. And that's really important, isn't it? It's great for getting you back into the swing of things, making you enjoy what you want to do. My second tip is to almost consider, on the back of that almost, but is consider if you're really sort of demotivated and don't want to get out, it's just to get up and start moving. What we need to do, and I touched on this at the end of the episode yesterday, sometimes we need energy to create even more energy. We need to get them endorphins flowing. So it's perhaps get up and go. If you'd planned a run in and you're not feeling it, perhaps just get up and go for a walk around the garden, around the block, and when you come back, you'll probably be feeling fantastic for it and raring to do even more. What you could also do there, if you have planned a long run in, for example, 5 miles, say, you could almost treat yourself to half of it. Just think, well, I'm only going to do 2.5. At least it's a run, at least it's something and it's getting out there. I can assure you most of the time, once you're into the sort of swing of things, those endorphins are flowing, that energy's going and your thought process is working properly, you'll end up seeing that 5 miles. So how many times have you not felt it, gone out there and absolutely smashed it and made the most of it, come back feeling fantastic, and it's just that click into action you needed to get going again. And my third and final one today, like I said, they've all been really, really simple, all really, really straightforward things to do, is to make yourself accountable. I've already touched on the fact that we can meet in small groups, and there's no reason we shouldn't. Just because some people might be critical, the best thing I can do a lot of the time when I'm really not feeling it is invite a friend to join me, invite them to take part in a certain session. Sometimes I'll do it in the afternoon. I'll ask people if they'd like to go for a walk, sometimes a few days in advance, because I know I don't want to let anybody down, even if it means a bit of a battle on a run, a walk, or whatever I'm doing. That as human beings, we tend not to want to let people down if we can help it. Of course, if again things might get in the way, but just adding that little bit of accountability, and that's the key word with the solidarity session, isn't it? It's about sort of instilling that belief that you're part of a team, that you're part of something, and there's no reason we can't be. I talk about every week about, if you believe you're part of something, if you believe it's something good to make the most of, it will be. It's almost about tricking the brain a little bit, isn't it? Telling it that you're going to make the most of this, you're going to enjoy it to its absolute potential, and that's all we need to do, and that can just be, those 3 little things can just be the kickstart we need to get us fully back on it, get us embracing what we do, and get us really enjoying it again. I just thought I'd share those with you. They're just 3 of the very simple things I use. I don't need them today. I've mentioned already the sun. You can just see the colours behind me. People out and about, playing football, people mixing, people laughing, people joking. That's the inspiration I need. That's why I do it. I put myself in situations where people are being positive, so I can try and throw some of that back at you guys. So if you can join us, please do. as ever, if you can as well, post up your pictures, your action shots, your Strava maps, you know, the sun setting wherever you are. You know, tag us in, tag in the location. That's quite important for this one. You know, check out the links at the end of the video. You can post it across all the social media. What I am encouraging is a real big effort in the closed Facebook group. Those who watch regular, you know, will know we've got a closed Facebook group. I try to make it full of positivity, putting encouraging, motivating posts, share things that I think will be useful. So it'd be great if people can really start sort of hitting that. Don't be embarrassed, guys. Show us what you're doing, show us what you're up to. Let's make the most of it. We've got a WhatsApp group and I'm kind of like, well, why are we using this when we've got a Facebook group? You know, let's get it out there, let's show people what we're doing, let's get this session really up and running. And like I say, let's make it something special. If you don't believe it is just yet, do your bit in helping me build it, make it even better. Couple of things to add to that. If you are going to get a hat tonight, you know, get a yellow t-shirt on. You never know, somebody else might have a yellow t-shirt on and it might just make you think they're part of it too. And we've got a Do Running playlist you can check out on Spotify. Some absolute bangers on there. Love the songs. I like them personally because I know who chose them. And if you want to add anything, just drop a comment on the bottom of this video. Let us know what you're up to. Comment where you are, what you're doing. Do you know, whether you like the video or not, I'd love to receive some of that. And like I say, even if you want to add to that playlist, please do. That would be absolutely fantastic. As ever, please like, share and subscribe the video. Stay tuned. Tomorrow's all about the Wednesday workout. I'll have the full results from the Lent challenge and details of what's happening next. You know, so there's lots more activities to come this week. It all starts here on a Tuesday with a solidarity session. We can't do it in person, so let's do it virtually. Let's make the most of the weather. Use it, don't lose it. You know, like I say, get involved, guys. Just doing it.